It ain't nothing but a few hundred people. But what they see in you, sometimes you can't see in yourself. Or you see it, but it's not to be monetized the way they want it. Press one. Do they see a business opportunity when you seeing love and faith in God and integrity? They say, come on, come with us. Let's try to. No, bro. And that whole thing is to get you to turn on yourself. So let's listen to Sergeant. Be blessed. Sergeant is going to tell you about the war. Okay? Now, knowing what we know now in classroom about the war, you should have a better understanding. Facts. Shout out to Mitchell. What up, Mitchell? I'm going to see you this year, right, Mitchell? I'm going to see D-Jack this year. I'm going to see B and Marley take this a lot more serious and one mic and said, Tosh, a lot more serious, because it is. The redemption process is a doozy. And it's going to take a lot for each and every one of us on different playing fields to wake up. You know, ain't nobody getting over on Kev, because Kev goes to bed and get good rest. Press one, because he put in that good work early. He get good rest. You can't get over on me, because eventually it's going to hit the wall. Okay? So this is about Janice. This is about not Janice, but Janice, the portal. This is about what has to take place. This is about postal wars. This is why the postal service has POW flag hanging on the top of it under the Serapis flag. Press one. This is why. This is why the sons and daughters of freedom got to stand up. This is why. So let Sergeant Robert take it away.
Good morning. I'm Sergeant Robert Horton, United States Army Special Operations. I was a psychological...
Is Special Army. Press one, Special Operation. You hear me? Special Operation. Huh? This is Sergeant Robert Horton. Special Operation. And you're going to listen to Robert. Fool. To me and Robert on the same motherfucking team. I'm G14 classified. Motherfucking reconnaissance, special operation, G14 classified, nigga. Press one. Now this is my friend right here who gonna wake your ass up. Tell him, Mitchell, top tier, motherfucker. Don't come playing. I'm gonna put all my emotion in it every day, Mitchell. Every day, because it's real. If Robert Horton can see it, special operation, then you can see it. Robert is trying to tell you something, if you can read between the line, okay? So you see that thing at the top here? What's this up here? You're going to have to know what this ship is, what this is, what all this is. And Robert, special operation, Robert, sir, Chief Sergeant, sir, press one, take it away.
Operations Specialist from 1999 to 2012, and I'm also a son of the American Revolution. Now, everyone is wondering about this Russell J. Gould and David Wynn Miller story, and everybody wants to know what in the world is going on with that. What does it mean, right? Okay, but to understand what it means, you have to understand what's going on planet Earth that you all need to be made aware of so you can understand what it is these guys are talking about, okay? So I'm going to go back to the beginning. This is a very old Masonic system that's operating here on planet Earth, and it is all based upon shipping and postal wars that have morphed into banking wars.
Boom. Did Kev break that down to you? This whole year, did you see what he's saying and how they took the postal and the initial banks and the Wells Fargos I was talking about, the allegorical misconceptions, and they turned them into banking institutions for themselves. That's why I called myself the postmaster, okay?
Three really work together hand in hand, but the banking warfare has really kicked off here as of late in relation to this whole thing. So when you're born here on this planet, or here on this planet, you are born of the water, right? Because
you're born of what?
A shipping war. You're all captured in a shipping warfare that you're unaware of.
That you're unaware of. You were captured. you are unaware of it.
That you've been captured into. So when you're born of your mother's water. And you are docked as a vessel by a doctor who is a registered harbor master by the port authorities and authorized
Harbor master or postmaster?
by the Department of Transportation. And when you are docked by the doctor, you are then harbored in the harbor in a vessel in dry dock known as a hospital, which is considered to be a boat parked on the land. Okay? But when you're born and harbored by the harbor master in this vessel in dry dock, you are considered a ward of the state. So you are placed into a maternity ward. Why are you a ward of the state? Because you have not yet been brought under the laws of this old school Masonic system.
Let's go back. Take it real slow. Can any of y'all understand that? Listen.
Being captured into. So when you're born of your mother's water. And you are docked as a vessel by a doctor who is a registered harbor master by the port authorities and authorized by the Department of Transportation.
Authorized by what? The Department of Transportation, who issues you what? A license to be able to do what? Travel? You're caught, and you don't even know it.
Docked by the doctor, you are then harbored in the harbor in a vessel in dry dock known as a hospital, which is considered to be a boat parked
it's a boat
on the land.
Parked on the land.
Okay. But when you're born and harbored by the harbor master in this vessel in dry dock, you are considered a ward of the state. So you are placed into a maternity ward.
Wow. Now you know why you got to go to jail, because you're still a baby. You're still a child. You know, where the warden watches over you. Okay, let's go.
Why are you a ward of the state? Because you have not yet been brought under the laws of this old school Masonic system. Now, how they get you into this old school Masonic system is with the birth certificate.
With what?
So you're considered...
With what? The birth certificate. Press 1. The birth certificate. Which does what? Let's go.
Considered a ward of the state or an outlaw because you're not yet under the laws of the old Masonic system.
So when Tupac said he was an outlaw, what did he mean? You have no idea what he meant. Only thing you said was you're going to be a criminal. No. Tupac was saying we outlaws, and we never leave this place unless we choose to. We not extinct. We just were paper genocided out of existence, and we don't matter. That's what Tupac was saying.
Your mother signs a birth certificate. This is a commercial instrument.
That's a commercial instrument and a bond, a bank bond, as the SESQV Trust was telling you.
Okay, this is saying that you are now owned and under the laws of this Masonic system, but you are owned and that you are nothing more than a piece of cargo or a vessel or a dead person that's presumed to be missing, dead, or lost at sea, right?
See?
Once you're legged into this massive corporate construct, and it's a global construct,
Told you.
You are then subject to the laws of the state. State of affairs, not state of California or state of Nevada. We're talking global state of affairs. You're legged into...
Press 1. Now you know why your ass is in the World Fair? Because your ass in the state of affair. That's why. You ever had an affair? That's what your ass is. That's why God came. That's why the Christ has come for what? His bride. His estate. His state of affairs. Press 1.
The state.
It's in favor of the banks. It's certainly not in favor of the people. What happens when you have a child is your child is given a social security number. They estimate how many taxes your child is going to pay.
They estimate.
Over his or her lifetime.
Wow. There is a projection. All words are everything.
And they take that birth certificate and they issue it on the capital markets and they earn money on it.
What?
Once that happens, you are then under the laws of this entire...
Now, you ever seen the man standing in between two pillars trying to break them? You ever seen that mythology? Who is that? The man chained in between pillars. Go ahead.
Global construct.
They got you.
I'm saying something much worse, actually. What I'm saying is that when every citizen goes into the court system, they are not seen there as themselves a U.S. citizen. They're seen as the person who had their birth certificate pledged. You're there as a debtor.
Samson. Remember Samson? Yes, sir. Remember he lost his hair, and then they say he lost power, remember?
You're not there as a citizen. We have been converted from human beings that are citizens of the Republic of the United States into chattel. Chattel, that is a legal term for something which is...
Was it a ploy for air or hair? Was it airship or hair? I don't know. You tell me. Follow the white rabbit, Neil.
Property. We are now considered to be property of the Federal Reserve. We're not considered to be human beings and citizens of the United States.
These are the pillars of the laws of this global construct.
Huh?
Admiralty and maritime and civil jurisdiction.
Admiralty and maritime? Civil what? Jurisdiction. Okay? So you have to get out of admiralty and civil to be free.
Law of the sea, law of the land. Law of the sea has always been held by the King of Great Britain. Okay, that's how he runs his entire country. It's considered a vessel.
Sir, no, sir, we're not going off of who received the mark of the beast, Demond Williams. The beast system you were born in a long time ago. What you mean is already here. This is what you were born into, okay? So, Demond, if you can please sit in the retarded section of the class, because you typing too much and don't know what you're talking about. You received the mark of the beast, sir. You must be redeemed, sir. You don't know what SIN and sin is? Okay. Oh, that's what the Redeemer comes to do. Don't tell me about what the system did. Your faith should be directed at the healing, at the redemption, at the new birth, new life, because you're dead. But if your mind ain't set on the word of God, you only know myths and fairy tales about scripture. You really don't see. So have a seat.
Vessel, a great big boat, and all the people in that boat are considered to be missing, dead, or presumed lost at sea with their birth certificate system.
See, and that goes back into SESQV, and we're going to get into this.
That's how he runs his whole country. And that's the same thing we're doing here in the United States. Why? Because Great Britain has always been our Postmaster General.
And it was the real Great Britain. And it ain't even called Great Britain. Go ahead.
Here in the colonies and the 50 states.
Told you. No, the initial 12 that was robbed by you white folk. So you got to stay on course and catch the Army General, because even he make mistakes, but we'll go.
Now let me explain what Postmaster General of the world is.
Of the world.
Okay. This is our vessel.
Huh?
This is planet Earth.
Ah.
This is the vessel that we're all floating around on in the sea of space we call the solar system or the galaxy.
This is what they came up with.
This is our outpost, right? Our boat.
America. You ever seen Washington Square? Square Death? Death Square? Press one. You think it's Washington Square. But they just found 20, 30,000 buried bones up under there. All right. Keep talking.
The Postmaster General, or the General of the Post, is Great Britain. Always has been. This is an old school Masonic warfare platform, planetary warfare platform based upon shipping, postal, and banking wars. Okay, I've explained the shipping to you.
This is how they beat you.
Postal revolves around timelines. When you're brought into a jail,
Postal deals with what? Timelines. Look at Kevin. Now look at us work. Shipping deals with what? Postal deals with what? And banking deals with. And if you don't have an understanding of that, you're just going to be pretending to understand. So let's talk about postal and what it signifies.
this is an old school Masonic warfare platform, planetary warfare platform based upon shipping, postal, and banking wars. Okay, I've explained the shipping to you. The postal revolves around timelines. When you're brought into a jail, the timelines kick off, whether it's a federal offense, state offense, or local offense.
Went straight to jail for that. Timelines kick off. When you went to jail and was made a criminal, what did I tell you? Timelines kick off. Foley, you're doing a lot of talking, and you got to sit down. Don't type nothing else.
Different venues have
Stop
different
acting like y'all know this. You don't. Okay? You're not in my... Matter of fact, let me get these people up out of here. Thank you. Okay? I'm not here for you. I'm here for my class. For Rado and all of the people in the background still afraid to speak. I'm here for them. Okay? Don't come in here pretending you know anything. My phone line is open for my students. Okay? That's what it's for. Go play with y'all scholars as if y'all know this somewhere else. Develop your own YouTube page and teaching and do that. I'm talking to my audience.
timelines, okay? And
I don't know
several. His whole system is enforced in the courts around the world. This whole system is enforced in the courts. And what they're enforced...
Does that sound familiar? Where that's at in the United States? Didn't they call that right off in Washington? What do they call that? United Nations?
Is the elemental chart, his strategic metals contract. His system is enforced in the courts. And what they're enforcing is the elemental chart.
This is what you got to enforce? Right here. Elemental.
His strategic metals contract.
His strategic metals
contract, his styles manual, and the dictionary, which is basically the entire system all of us are using.
So if you don't got the dictionary I told you, where you at? Where you at? How you understand Kev and you ain't even speaking? You can't even speak. You know why you can't speak? Because you took this whole time thinking a dictionary is just a dictionary full of words. I literally told you to go get it. And it always goes back to Noah's Webster, 1828.
And the grammatical construct we all use.
It's the grammatical construct of words.
All of these contracts and this entire system is enforced in the courts around the world. Those are called the neutral ports. That's where the wars are fought in relation to this entire matter, right? If you got a grievance, you go into the courts or the neutral ports and you fight it out. But this thing is set up to make sure that he always wins, okay? This entire system is set up so that you never win.
Remember? Wizard of Oz. You just can't win. Remember? Right. Kev has been teaching, right? They say Kev don't teach, but we been teaching, right? RT Bell. You, in your community, you ain't never seen nothing like that teaching ability, huh, RT? We from the hood, RT. Come on now. Come on, where you from and where I'm from? Yeah, they don't make them like this. What Nip say? Yeah, they don't make it this far. They don't take it here. Press 1, not in our hoods. They don't take it this far. You see, we don't make it here. Press 1.
All they look at you as is a piece of cargo. A boat or a vessel that can be harvested, raped, plundered, and...
Now this is piracy. Press 1. Now remember I told you about the Moors and the pirates and these Sudanese and these white people and these Africans and these people who are involved in slave trading trying to keep you black and got these names like Bay and all of these. All this Israelite nonsense, these are all foreigners trying to grasp on. These are all Pharisee. 5013C constructs of a dead corporation. I'm alive. Family. I taught you people about motherfucking pirates and piracy. I'm giving y'all, hold on, Rod. Hold on, I got you, Rod. I'm finna connect you right now, champion. I done told y'all about the pirates. Didn't I? Didn't I wake y'all up about the piracy? And not in a fantasy way, but understanding what piracy is so you can see why they got the same hats as Walt motherfucking Disney and the Pope. Because it's all about their workers and their slave system. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, what's up, Kev? This Rado, man.
What up, Rado?
Yo. Oh, man, everything right now, everything, man. My blood pressure with this information that you just dropped.
My man.
So, my nigga, I've been waiting for you to talk about this for years, man. I've been waiting. I literally been in class sitting back waiting for you to get to this topic.
Yes, sir.
So, and yo, people, y'all, like, the class really got to understand, like, this right here, like, this is what we've been studying for right here, all this.
Yes.
So, I got literal firsthand knowledge about everything that's going on right here. Russell J. Gold and all those guys, I was studying them in my early 20s back in like 2010.
Right.
And I really been in court doing this shit, my nigga. Like, I really, like, when you say you got like 3 days and you no jurisdiction, you got like, I have experience. Like, that's the best way I can say it. Like, I have physical firsthand experience with all this stuff for like damn near a decade, and like this is what I dedicated my life to, right? And when he says the shit is set up for you to not win, you can win, but it's gonna be hard, and you really gotta. It's a lifestyle. Like, this shit is a lifestyle. So that style manual he mentioned, the dictionary, all those books coincide together, and you gotta really. It's time to really get in your studies if you in this class, man. That's the best way I can describe it. But this guy, man, what he's saying about jurisdiction in the post office and the piracy is 100% accurate and correct. And yeah, man, I got firsthand knowledge with all this stuff. Like I said, I've been in court. They do know this stuff is real. They will acknowledge it. And they, like you said, it's a fight. They will fight you on it, but you gotta know who you are. And
Fight you on what? Fight you on what?
Fight you on getting back to the Republic, getting back on land, if you will. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Fight you against getting back what's rightfully yours. You know what I'm saying? Like I called in a long time ago, and I mentioned Russell J. Gold. They have mailed themselves to the Vatican, literally mailed themselves to the Vatican. And they told this story, and they said when they got to the gate, the general or whoever was in charge wouldn't let them through the gate. He called down from his office to the guy, and he had a conversation with him, and he asked him, he told him, like, yo, you're violating my rights right now. They came to, like, inspect the Vatican or some shit. Like, it was crazy. Like, they postmasters, and they got this shit on point with the paperwork and stuff. But the general told him, if you feel like I'm violating your rights, basically, he's like, do you know what to do when your rights have been violated?
This is deeper than that.
And
this is deeper.
So he said he hung up the phone because he knows what to do, but most people don't know what to do.
No, you
but,
don't. Nobody knows what to do.
I don't know if am I breaking up?
Nobody knows what to do. Nobody. There's nothing you can do.
Hello?
There is nothing you can do. What can you do?
Yeah, if you don't know who you are or where you are.
What is the outcome to what you've done? What did you do?
No, wait, I'm sorry. I'm my fault. You were breaking up a little bit.
What
did
you do?
I personally didn't do anything other than prove to myself that everything this man is talking about is real.
All right.
Now, like you said, there is.
What does that got to do with anything I'm talking about?
No, man. I think I might have been breaking. But listen, what I'm trying to say is, this is. I've got like the piracy part of it. What you just mentioned about how this is piracy, and you're showing how he's breaking down exactly.
The only thing you said was I do this, and now you saying. I never did it. All right.
No.
What
I said I have first-hand knowledge on this. I said I do this. I have done it, and I studied this stuff. But I was talking about Russell J. Gold and those guys. He mentioned Russell J. Gold, the postmasters earlier. That's who I was talking about.
Okay.
My fault. So I mentioned that those guys had mailed themselves to the Vatican, and so the postmaster thing is what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at.
How is that relating to what we talking about here? Because he's talking about the postmaster. He's talking about this. What do you have to say about that? About this right here?
So
what can you see? You're saying you did something. What did you do?
All right. So you have to one learn how to defend yourself in court. So there's a process you do in order to get your inheritance back.
No. That's backward. No. But you didn't do that. You see, Rod, you didn't do that. You see, you're back and forth saying, no. I'm listening to you. But that don't sound. Press 1. You cannot redeem yourself. You are lost at sea, and you need a parent or an adopted parent to redeem you. But you have been adopted by a dead person, which is illegal. Sir, you don't have no inheritance back. You just talking. This guy you're saying you understand this, but you totally took it into another place. You can't do that.
Unknown caller.
You can't do that. You gotta be on it. You gotta be able to explain that. What do you mean?
I apologize, man.
Did you?
All right,
So you got your inheritance? Is that what inheritance?
No, nah. My whole point, and I'm glad you banged on me. So I'm not. That wasn't my point. My point was I did this, and I realized for myself that this is not the way to go. The process that people are talking about with the Moors, with the sovereign citizen stuff, is not how it's done.
But
that's what I came to the conclusion. But I did see that they.
So how is it done, sir?
So it's the way you talking about, bro. It's that you and that when I came across you, I realized, okay, there is one specific person. There's a specific person that has to do it. It's not us. If you can't do it for yourself, you're right. You're absolutely 100% right.
All right, Rod. It seems like you're just trying to impress. Okay, you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything, sir. I said that. Okay? So let's go. Y'all said you proved it and all that. My class is, you're standing up saying, oh, I know what he's talking about. I did that, and I know about that. All right, what do you know about this right here? Oh, okay, so what he was talking about was those other two guys and I know all about that. Okay, so you got your inheritance? Is that what oh, no, I didn't. Bro, let's wait, calm this down a little bit, and focus our mind. I don't want to know what you did, because that ain't work for the people. I'm listening to you, and you sound like them. You need there's a redemption process. The state performed a redemption process on lost vessels.
Entire system, all of us are using the grammatical construct we all use.
You see, when you don't have the grammatical construct that we all use, and pay attention, postal means what? Timelines. So he talking about they mailed themselves, and timelines. This is all metaphysical, Rod. Press 1. This isn't, I can go do this. This is metaphysical. They took real law and made it into a metaphysical religious science project that most people believe in. They took it and made it metaphysical. So they didn't mail themselves to the cross. And we learned on Boondocks what that was. This was all that. Come on.
Wars. Okay, I've explained the shipping to you. The postal revolves around timelines. When you're brought into a jail, the timelines kick off, whether it's a federal offense, state offense, or local offense.
See? What you talking about? When you walk into a jail, the timelines kick off. Did you hear that? So the first 13th and 14th Amendment that put your ass in jail and made you a criminal at the fair, at the state of affairs, press 1, that you never left, you got to be able to speak on it.
Different venues have different timelines, okay? And there's several.
Different venues have different timelines. There are several. You see that, Rod? Okay? Listen.
Wars. Okay, I've explained the shipping to you. The postal revolves around timelines. When you're brought into a jail, the timelines kick off.
Okay. What did you say they have to deal with that? Nothing. So you're taking the argument away from what our speaker, Sergeant Horton, is saying by saying you know this, but you ain't say nothing. And that you proved this, but you ain't proved nothing. But I proved it to myself. Well, prove it in class. Prove it in class.
Whether it's a federal offense, state offense, or local offense. Different venues have different timelines, okay? And there's several. His whole system is enforced in the courts around the world. This whole system is enforced in the courts. And what they're enforcing is the elemental chart.
Look,
the
elemental chart is what? Ain't that chemistry and all this other stuff?
Strategic metals contract.
Look,
his styles manual.
That's the money.
And the dictionary, which is basically the
and
entire
he used
system.
the dictionary. So when I said, go get George Gillespie, Aaron's rod, did you go get that? Did you go get the 1828? What about it? So how do you understand? This is where my frustration come in. Because our people say they understand, and they didn't go understand nothing. Getting them to be okay with the words you use is not what I'm looking for. Oh, okay, yeah, he knows some words, huh? All right, yeah. I'm not looking for that.
All of us are using the grammatical construct we all use. All of these contracts and this entire system is enforced in the courts around the world. Those are called the neutral ports. That's where the wars are fought in relation to this entire matter. Right? If you got a grievance, you go into the courts or the neutral ports and you fight it out.
Wow.
But this thing is set up to make sure that he always wins. Okay? This entire system is set up so that you never win.
That's right. The original system was set up for you to win. And they said, we have given our people a republic. Press 1. Just as long as they can
All
keep
they look at you as is a piece of cargo. A boat or a vessel that can be harvested, raped, plundered, and pillaged for its goods.
Press 1, you see? Now look, what? What?
A boat or a vessel that can be harvested, raped, plundered, and pillaged for its goods.
For what? Say it again. That can be harvested in what? All right then. You think I've been sent here to talk to you?
The entire system is set up so that you never win. All they look at you as is a piece of cargo. A boat or a vessel that can be harvested, raped, plundered, and pillaged for its goods.
Wow. Now look at your history. Was your people raped, pillaged, and plundered for your goods and then buried over and lakes flooded over and built on top of? Yes, by this system. And I've been sitting up here explaining it the whole time. Let's go.
So this is the old school Masonic system that these guys have set up.
It's a spiritual vault, is correct. It's hell. Okay? It's hell on earth. This is what Jesus and God is coming back to destroy. You are a part of this world. So you serve that. You will forever hold the American, Lloyd of London, misdeeds, and all of that, because you're a part of his children's blessing. So your Christ is dead in y'all religion. Y'all Christ did this, but that's not really Jesus Christ. That's Serapis Bey. That's the God of this kingdom right here. So you got to understand Serapis's kingdom. Press 1, and Serapis Bey is the Moors God. Press 1, I say that's the Catholic God. That's Peter that the Bible speaks of. That's who they was worshiping. Necromancy, death, square. Press 1, Janus, the portal. Me, it's SQV Trust, SQV. I say V because we from the hood. Press 1, we say it better. It's SQV, cuh. You feel me? It's SQV, cuh. I like the way that's more of a French detail. Leave it at that, partner. SQV, blood. Quit correcting me on Pyru. Press 1. And motherfucker says SQV, V, vague. I like this one. Hit the like button. Nah, forget the pronunciation of that bullshit. You better be able to get this. You feel me? You better be able to get this.
This is what is being.
It's a spiritual vault. Okay? This is all white people, Deborah, have taken part in this system. Where Deborah at? All white people. And I love my white folk. Press 1. I love my white folk. But, see, this is what y'all bought into. This is y'all America. Where's Todd at? Todd always go missing. Press 1. Where they at? We got to be able to understand what this is correctly.
Defended on planet Earth, okay?
Right.
This whole system belongs to the King of Great Britain, or is run and defended by the King of Great Britain.
There is no king in Great Britain. That's a dead entity. That's a corporation. It's really King George. There's no king in Great Britain. There was never no Russian Khazarian king that ran everything. That didn't come till that system was propped up and they stole it and put all black people in America at the time in debt bondage as if we owed them money for coming here. And we became 13th and 14th Amendments and had this placed on top of us. It's a totally difference, but I love it.
Okay, so he is the Postmaster General of the world. All of the countries on planet Earth are utilizing and playing with this system, okay? Doesn't matter if you're in Russia, China, or Germany. If you get married here in the United States, you're still considered to be married in Russia, China, or Germany.
That's right. That's why God is coming to denounce all contracts. All marriages is off. All of them. Because you're married to death, and to sin, and to every foul thing of the world. That's why. That's why God is coming back. To conquer death square. Huh? Got you.
Germany.
What do you think the cobblestone is? Death. Square. What? You can't serve two masters. Kev roll. Press 1.
Get divorced, you're considered divorced all over the world, right? Because the courts are all connected. Everybody's playing this game.
Everybody's what?
It's a big, old school Masonic
fraud game
system that they utilize to control the people.
That's right.
And run the planet.
That's right. And rape and pillage
This is
and
the
plunder.
old school monarchical system that commands and controls the entire planet.
Told you. The Matrix.
Not like this.
The matriarch.
Not like
Press
this.
1. Told you. I told you. This is why the king was trying to say the Pharisees and the church and nothing like that. But the people were so caught up in the blessings of the church and not the blessing of God. They was too busy trying to wear jewelry. Press 1, trying to fit in socially in the church and sell vile things and not at the flesh, what God had sent. Inside of that brother was God himself, the spirit of truth. Press 1, God. And you took it upon yourself to say, string them up. You did that in the system that Candace Owens. Y'all murdered Christ. Y'all murdered the Son of God. You did, and then created and incorporated his way of living so that you may be rich using his name. Press 1, but you all servants and servants of Serapis in death squared. That's why you got 200, 300 million abortions and ain't think twice, still thinking that this man that was sent by God owes you something. No, you created death. You created transhuman. You created all of Babylon. You created it all with your need to want more, something more than God himself. So God has to come down. You ever heard the thing God living amongst men? Let me tell you something. God's whole purpose was to come down from the heavens and find an appropriate vessel and step down here to tell your dumb ass what's going on in your own world. Ain't that something? There you go. Step down to live amongst you. That's what he wants. He don't want nobody to speak for him. He want to come down himself. Press 1, and guess what? All these evildoers, they can't be there. That's the coming of the Lord. Him coming down from his high place to come sit with you and rule from his seat. Not way over there in Peter's seat, in Satan. But that's an island. That's going to go in the bottomless pit like New York State real soon. Press 1, that'll be in the ocean in no time, like Italy. Like everybody else and everything. Press 1, you're going. Yeah, they ain't not waiting for Trump to sign. The executive order is already written. Press 1, the executive order is already written. It's right here, no president. See, that system needs false dead president. This is a living will, a living emancipation, separation process. This is redemption. There's a promise here. There's an heirship here. There's nothing in death but death. This is everlasting life. You just don't know it. This is why I'm alive on earth talking. That's why I'm different. I talk different, right? That's because God is in me. That's why. I pay attention and I can retain because God is in me. That's why. I'm not faking the funk for memes and likes and want to be views. No. I do this because God commanded me to do so. It's what it is. It's my fight. I just look good while I do it. Don't get that shit fucked up with you. This a hat, these chain, a watch don't make what's coming out of here. This is just for people, this is for them. This is for the urban community. What the fuck? So I can look like them and blend in. Press 1, that's why. So I can look like them and blend the fuck in. Press 1, so you'll never know what the fuck I know. Or what I am. If I just blend in with your dumb ass. Press 1 and live amongst your dumb ass from the inception, from birth. All the way up until 40 years, and I'm out. Press 1, hit that like button, and subscribe. And that's what they mad at. They don't believe in God the way I believe in God. God don't blesses them like this. Press 1, with a Rolls Royce, fuck that. Nigga, the fact that I know God and God believes in me as I believe in him, press 1, that's glory to God. What are you talking about? So y'all be fixing y'all hats trying to be cute. I fix my shit because it's natural to me. Press 1. He come down to how you autograph, sign the foundation. I'm not in that zen. This ain't a place for you. You can't do that, zen. A zen is a demon. Press 1. A zen is a demon. I don't even know why you got a lion. Press 1. A zen is a demon. So your name alone, you're not a lion. You're not a lion. Press 1. You're not a lion. You're not of God. You of this world, we're trying to manipulate people into thinking they can get free and they're going to end up in prison. That's where they're going to end up, zen. All you got to do, you can't do nothing. You're stuck. That's what it is. You're stuck in your friendship treaty. That's what it is. Well, you're stuck there. And you're going to go down with the ship. That's the thing about this movie. You're going down with your hands connected with the devil. They're like this. Take your ass down to the bottom of this pit. You have no inheritance. Press 1. There is no Taj hat for you. Press 1 down there. It ain't there. Press 1. I told you from the beginning. I told you. You little people who consider yourself white and still run around this earth trying to convince me that they black, it's you. You the traitor. You the pirate. You the trafficker. You the destroyer. You the betrayer. Y'all the backdoor people. All this white man is the devil and all this. You right there with him. You more of a devil than the person you calling the devil. Press 1. See, it was never to block white folk Because even the Gentile, oh, this purge was for niggas. Blacks, nigga. You. This purge was for your black ass. See, he ain't never did nothing in this life. You, black man, Arab, Muslim, death cult, you. That's who you at war with, the God of the universe, Rizza Islam. You little niggas is in war with God. That's why your life is pathetic. That's why. Kev Rowe, would I ever be? Hell no. I'm with God. Win, lose, or draw. To the end, champion. I roll with who got me to the fight. You feel me? Yellow Beezy walked me out. Yellow Beezy gonna walk me back to the dressing room after I get my ass kicked. God brought me out. God gonna be with me after you kick my ass. Press one. Come on. That's what. God was with me when I came in. And God gonna be with me. See, I seen him already. He gave me that vision. See, that vision, you don't know why you got that vision? Well, that vision is your completed self. Where you going, champion? God gave visions in scripture where they was able to see from that point. What was that? That's the kingdom that awaits you, son. That flash, that experience, that's your vision, unquote. That's your destiny. That's the word destiny. That's what that is. So I don't know what your vision is. I don't know what you see. You can't press one for that. See, I know my destiny. I know it. That's the thing. He took me and said, enjoy that. Just know this is your destiny, champion. So you can't do nothing in my destiny. Dude, you ain't got no word because it's already walked. It's already written. My destiny and the way this story is told is already written. Yours too. You allow people to blot out the names and burn the books and take y'all names out the Bible and burn up the maps and do all this. And then they told y'all was from Africa and y'all just went with it. But we got it.
Or at least is attempting to.
Come on.
All of the countries on planet Earth are utilizing this Masonic.
That's right. They're all one. Just like I said, 50 nations, like Tupac said, 50 niggas trying to kill me. Foreigners. Press one. Foreigners. So I'm going to put y'all on game in a second.
Warfare platform, okay? And as they are all high-ranking Masons, all of them, okay? Not Masons in the form of guys who are setting up sidewalks and driveways, okay? They're not those type of Masons. These Masons build governments.
Facts.
They build them and they defend them. The contracts that I pointed out that the King of Great Britain has, all the countries have those same contracts. They all have their own.
This is why they're all going down together.
Strategic metals contract in place that allows them to print and mint their own coinage based upon their banking system, okay? Everybody has commodities that they trade around the world with each other, and that's what those banking systems are based upon. Oil being one of the biggest. And the King of Great Britain is the reigning monarch on the planet.
On the planet.
That's why he is the postmaster
And who is that?
of the world.
That's a false French George Washington Gillespie with his last name removed, family, and all of his glory. That's not his clothes. That's King George's clothes. That's God's ordained servant clothes. The emperor got new clothes. Caesar got new clothes and put on our forefathers' clothes and walking around this earth and don't paint it themselves as kings and queens and backdated their own history. Press one. See, but Kev Gills has found their history and their whole time. That means I know they postal codes. You know, that means I told you I'm going to get on this time machine and figure out this time. But it was more than time, Kevin. And students, it was about postal wars. Press 1.
What we're going to look at is where the crown derives its authorizations or its authorities
Come on.
that their entire system is based upon. Okay, real quick, let's go back and recover some American history, okay? Back when the colonies were founded, there was 13 colonies originally. And before the American Revolution broke out, our post office was the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania post office.
Philadelphia experiment. He keeps saying ours, but it's ours. You get it? Philadelphia experiment. We're Todd. The Philadelphia experiment is right here. The bell. Press 1. The bell, nigga. Liberty Bell, remember? Oh my goodness. It's the time manipulation. Philadelphia experiment. When they put the sailors in the ship, sent it back in time, and they came back merged with the ship, so they had to destroy it. It's a myth about this.
The Benjamin Franklin Post Office, okay, or Postal Court.
A what? A Benjamin Franklin poster. So every Benjamin Franklin, what? That's not real, bro. And it's never been real. For you worked in billion. Press 1. You had bullion of dollars. Press 1.
Which is here. And once the American Revolution had broke out, the king had cut off our ability to conduct international trade and commerce.
Okay, that's where in the Bible they say they was cut off from the law. They are cut off because George cut them off. So it became 12 colonies with him being the head of state, and all was done through him. Because the banks, aka the church, was stealing and taxing the people. Illegally. Under the crown. Free people. Getting them caught up in what? Debt bondage. Who ended up in debt bondage? You.
Out of that post office because we went to war against Great Britain, right? So the war, all wars vacate that kind of contract. So our shipping was cut off.
So they wasn't allowed to distribute through here any longer. Any longer.
American Revolution.
So they revolted. 1898, the overthrow of Black America.
Commerce back up through this post office because we owed 1.6 million francs to the French for funding the American Revolution. So at that point, the King of Spain and the King of France argued over who was going to be the Postmaster General here in the United States to open it up to international trade and commerce. Right? Spain said that they had found America first. Christopher Columbus had discovered the New World first, and so they had rights to it. France said that without loaning America the 1.6 million francs, the United States wouldn't even be open for capture. But the King of Great Britain, still being the reigning monarch in the world, said those are my people, and I'm going to put my post office in up there and open this thing up to trade and commerce.
I told you. And trade and commerce within ourselves. We have oil, resources, gold, minerals, all that. The king set it up for himself and bankrupted. What was Plymouth? We're going to get back to the dual stock company that turned into just King George.
You guys need to stand down. So that's how he became the postmaster.
You don't live in a country. You live in a company.
States. And the Canada location has always been attached to that postal location.
Canada is also attached to that. South America is also attached to that. Europe, all of this is attached to that, which is the kings.
So the King of Great Britain took tactical command and control of the entire North American continent in the process. So if the other reigning monarchs and dictators of the world wanted to come into our country, or the United States, and rape and pillage it for its natural resources and its goods, they'd have to go through him and his post office to do so.
What? They have to go through him and his post office to do so.
So everything that was shipped in and out of the country.
Did you know all the postal workers back in the day were African American? And they were like military brigade? But you don't know that. The women were running it, bro. The ladies, bro.
Trade and commerce, he got a piece up through that post office. Just like he did down in the East Indies.
Told you.
He is taking
just like what? The East Indian Company. Plymouth Rock. Come on.
Command and control of the movement and shipment of all goods on planet Earth. That's his end goal. Okay, now there was a long-range objective that had been placed into motion here by the Crown, the Vatican, and London City and the Rothschilds, okay? And the reason the American Revolution
London City and the Rothschilds is the Lloyds of London, Candace Owens and them.
Off was because the United States wanted to float its currency into the global market, and because they based their monetary system on the value of the land, it never fluctuates. It's a solid base, right?
Wow. See that?
Right? But the Rothschilds fluctuate gold and silver up and down in relation to what they have going on.
Wow.
And because our currency doesn't fluctuate, when these guys would drop the price of gold down, America could buy it up and eventually would become the global power.
Wow. So this is how they all came in and did it, by overthrowing the postal service and taking over America illegally by way of illegal contracts. And then they all became friends by way of friendship treaties and invited each other over here. Do you see it?
The planet.
So these Moors, these Turks, all of these people are in collusion with the overthrow of the true king of the Americas and the world, actually. They are out of their jurisdiction and belong in the water. Do you get it? For his glory, they have no jurisdiction here. They're out of their league and out of the water. You know how they say such and such leagues under the sea? That's them. They're not even supposed to be here. For our postal, it deals with the king, and through him, all of this is happening. But they killed him. And not only did they off the king, like the scriptures say, they stole everything. So there's no debate about this. They know it about it. They know it.
So the Rothschilds attacked the crown, and the crown said, you guys can't do that. And as a matter of fact, this is war against me, and I'm not going to let that happen.
Boom.
So that was the reason for the American Revolution. But the long-range objective...
That was for the American Revolution, for the overthrow of the king. The American Revolution is a coup d'etat against the king and all the free blacks.
Was to get the United States to borrow money from these guys in an effort to surrender them back to
Told you. So what did they do? They destroyed your land in an attempt to get you to borrow money from them. So that goes back to the Pope, Great Britain, Swiss. You got it? Oh, they put you in a perilous state, so that made you borrow money. And since your land is already there, they used your borrowing to keep you further. Why were they slaves? Because they were charging them to use the tools that were just destroyed into the floods and all of that. And so that put them back in under the control of Sesquivet.
Britain. And how that was going to work was you only get 3 chances to pay off the debt that you borrow from these guys.
You get 3 chances.
And if you can't pay it off, then you're surrender. The crown will step in, pay the debt to
that's your redemption.
these guys off for you, and then capture you back as part of his system.
Do you understand that? Okay. Where do you lie in there? You're in debt. Powerless. Forever in bondage to a dead state. A dead state of affairs. Are you following? Are you following? Okay. Okay. And that's what you got to. So you can hate me all you want. You can try all you want. But I'm upper echelon, brothers and sisters. You'll be cursing yourself. As soon as you think you've won, you're going to fall. And you put your families at risk, your mothers. But I'm all for God, the true God and the true King. So whatever you line yourself up with, that's your own fault. I don't care what you did. You come against the King or God or what's ordained. You're cursing your lineage. So when your lineage is cursed, Don't come back here saying, oh, I ain't know. Don't start looking at your neighbors. I mean, what happened? Looking like your eyes don't know why and who. Because I keep telling you, you're fucking with the wrong one. See, I keep my hands clean. See, God made sure I will never be charged the way you will be charged. See, my charging is an ordained charge. You're going to hurt yourself fucking with me, playing around, laughing and joking. You're going to put your family at risk. Not because I'm from neighborhood 60 or blood or a Crip. No, because my father is tired of playing with you people who just set out to do evil to his people who are here to bring wisdom. So fuck with them if you want to. Keep thinking the Instagram, your friends, whoever's suggesting something, keep thinking they have control over this nigga. Keep thinking you winning in the background. So keep thinking. Because God, the one of the scripture, put these words in his mouth. There's nothing you can do about how great I am, Kevin Gillespie. God did this for me to wake y'all up to this which y'all see on this screen so you can understand it. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. So don't treat me like everybody else. You feel me? Because you think I'm a nigga. Don't treat me like that, G. I'm better. I deserve better. My life is not meant to be a stagnant, champ. I deserve better, you know? And it's time for me to say that. I deserve better. No, I'm simple. But, you know, when your mama or father give you that extra piece of cake on your plate, you feel me? No, mama, I'm full. No, son, you deserve this. Take it. That's me. I deserve better. I deserve what that was for me. My peace is different. You feel me? I need peace from this. You got to be able to understand this to be my friend. You can't understand me if you don't understand my mission and what I'm doing. You feel me? That's where Nip taught me, like, niggas got us fucked up, bro. They really think I'm a gangbanger. And I'm out here showing that we bigger than that. No, bro.
Or part of Great Britain. And you'd all become peasants and serfs again.
See?
And listen,
so you become a peasant again. So that's what it was for. This system did this. In order for redemption, the true king who comes down from air has to salvage you as you are in debt to this system of this here, and so you can be his. He has to get you from underwater, bring you to life,
unknown
redeem
caller.
you so that ye may live, champion. Don't you understand? God is the only way to everlasting life. And what death is? Press 1. Hit the like button and subscribe. Caller, you on the air. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Kel? This B calling in.
Talk to
from
me.
Texas. B from Texas.
What up?
Man, I'm listening to the class and getting further understanding on everything you've been teaching us, bro. And it goes back into the law of redemption. They're not understanding what redemption is. I gotta speak out.
They are. They get.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They got.
Yes, sir.
You know, they coming to. They have to see it in this form. We can tell them redemption, but they got to see it from General Sergeant Robert Horton, who gonna say you're underwater. Okay, this is simple. They understand it now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying, B? They get it now. You're underwater, and the king is the only one who can save you, as it is his. Go ahead, King.
Right. Like you're saying, it's not even if you part of the people, it's not yours. You under the king. You have to be redeemed by the king or by the kinsman, like the other fellow was explaining through the Bible. even in the definition of redemption,
Go ahead.
the act of saving or being saved from sin, error, or evil. And they gave an example: God's plan for redemption of the world,
Wow.
saving. The second definition, the act of regaining or gaining possession of something in exchange for payment or clearing a debt.
Are doing what? Clearing a what?
Clearing a debt.
That's right. Go ahead.
So that's the whole point. We in debt bondage. We have to be cleared of our debt. You can't clear yourself. Otherwise, you're going back into. They using the sister QV trust to try to clear themselves from debt, but you'll never be able to do it.
Why?
It's perpetual. They got you locked in because you're not the redeemer. You lost that seat.
So,
Like Sister QV.
Can Rod do it?
Nah, Rod, you can't do it, bro. You can't do it.
So you forever caught, Rod. There's no way out for you. You see?
Yeah, that's why. Yes, sir.
No, I was just talking
That's
about
right.
my good buddy Rod, so he can understand. You know, I don't want Rod to
Yes,
think we're
sir.
going hard on him, but we got to talk to him. You feel me? It's up to us to talk to Rod,
Yes, sir.
so he can understand. Like, wait a minute, you can't do it. No, you can't do it. You are
Nah.
You are a slave, Neo. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's why you must be redeemed. You are the one that has to be redeemed by the Redeemer. Like Sister QB Trust, they got you in bondage in the system that the guys explaining. And that's the whole thing. They had to get rid of the king to be able to do it. So it had to be the heir of the king to be able to redeem you.
And that only comes by every so often in generations where they realize who they are. That you'll be in that situation until the end of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just had to call in and speak out on what I'm learning.
As you should.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, champion.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm in class.
My man, be up in the building. Hey, look, I'm gonna speed this along because we got class and we gotta watch this in entirety, and everybody can't get it. You know, my bad, B. Thank you for the call, champion. Everybody can't get it. Now, if y'all don't know, I asked y'all if this was Universe 25, what mouse am I? Only one person hit me on my text message and said, you would be Mickey Mouse, the real one. The real one. The real Mickey. Final answer. One person. The Mickey Mouse. No, so check this out. Check this out. Where the fellas at who did all this? SQV Trust. Where we at, fellas? I'm breaking this SQV down. Come on. That's okay. Ain't that what it is? Lost at sea in all of this? You get caught in this situation, you're fucked up. This is where you are. You can't escape that. Don't even pretend like you escaped it, like you did something. No. Tell me what motherfucking sesquive means, and I'll let you know why you in this state. See, it means he who lives family. He who lives family. This is what I'm telling the men. Go further. But you won't. Go further. He who lives. French, it is the legal term for an individual who is the beneficiary of a trust or an insurance policies with rights to property and the income and profits that the property provides. Press 1. See? He who lives family. Huh? What'd you say? So all this, you don't know what it even means? He who lives, champion. See, you're in Sescuve. How were you at? You know. So you got to understand what this process is. So I'm going to help you. Okay? You're dead. The Sescuve is the trust that only he who lives. It is the sword to Excalibur, family. Dead hands, the word that cuts like a sword, the removal of the sword out of dead hands. That easy, champion. It had to never be explained as easy as I just did, ever. See, I was looking for Excalibur and how to remove it out of dead hands. Press 1 and take the law back into the possession of God. But as I start doing
Unknown
these things,
caller.
press 1, I begin to notice the reaction
Thomas.
from Disney, which is what? Disney is shutting down its doors, and it's time to go. Coffee and Kush TV. Thomas, you're on the air. What up?
How you doing, Kev?
Blessed.
We talk about the post office, right? The Philadelphia experiment,
Yes,
and up in Boston, right? Boston. A couple years ago, I read that Boston had the first post office before Philadelphia, right? And it was actually called Richard B. Tavern. So then I'm gonna have to tie this in, right? So to the video. So maritime and the internet, the Red Cross and Maritime and the SESQV all goes into each other. So I was looking at found something called the NAVE. It's like Naval C, but it's just NAV and then C. And it says the five core principles is technical competence, leadership, competence, portability and agility, and reliability.
Go ahead.
And and another thing that I noticed that all military, Army, the Navy, they all have different ranks or whatever, and they start from like 0, I think, going up to like 5 or something, right? So under this Naval C, or Naval Information Warfare System Command, you have 7 pillars of nuclear Navy. I found said something about what are Ecline 2 commands, and it says it reports directly to the Chief of Naval Operations. They have overseas duties.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. That's what the old boy was just discussing right now. He was talking about the 5 different command points and how they're able to pull this off.
It says that the duties performed to commission vessels and deploy squadrons home ported overseas land-based activities, and embark staff which require members to operate away from their duty stations in excess of 150 days per year. But see the 0-1 pay grade, where it says like all the different stuff that they wear, but they got the fleet reserve, all of this stuff. They got it labeled as like if it was real departments with different descriptions or whatever, but it all seems to relate back to taking over the vessel, because this the Code 400 is
It's the contracts department, and it's responsible for support, maintenance, and repair, modernization, and
Yes.
decommissioning of home ported and visiting ships and vessels.
Yes.
Finance department has overall financial management responsibility for the command.
Yeah.
And you have the temporary medical conditions
you.
or
I got you. But we stuck on Sescuvate Trust. Our people like locked in right now. I can't go off into other things. I got to focus on Sescuvate, Dead by Sea, and really home that in. And I'll have to talk about these in a planned, orchestrated event for the future. Right now, I'm on the wheel, the Dead Hands, the Trust, the Sescuvate, Maritime, Mickey Mouse, Disney, and that's where we at. You feel me? I don't want to go off into more things, but this is sitting right here on the screen. So I thank you for the call. I appreciate you. And I'm going to talk to you soon about that one. Thank you, champion. But I don't want to go off into things that's not pertaining to where I'm going during my show. And that's the importance of Cavro University, is that people understand my shows are pre-planned. There ain't no more coming into the middle of the show, going everywhere else, confusing the show and thinking that it's just random conversation. This ain't that. This is orchestrated. This is planned. I've worked on this for a few days. And I only want to stay right here. I don't want to go nowhere else at the current time. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Good morning, Professor Gillespie. This is Jay from Rhode Island.
What up, Jay?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm just listening to your class. I just had an idea or a thought I just wanted to share with you.
Is it about this? Is it? I don't want no ideas and thoughts. I don't want that. I want underwater.
Well, it is about this.
All right, come on with it. Tell me about this Cisco.
Well, okay.
Because we dealing with trust, the will, the dead hands,
yes.
Emancipation, Mortimer,
yes.
He Who Lives. Tell me about that.
Yes. Well, I had a question for you overall, and that was it's a simple question. I wanted to ask, when it comes to all of this, who is the one that is actually under the system to bust this trust open? Is it a king or is it a judge? Because
no,
a judge can overwrite anything, right?
No. Teddy Roosevelt is the trust busters. The bankers did it. They're just pawns. They can't do anything. They're just operators of the ship, sir. They're just captains, small assistant captains of the greater ship. So they do nothing. But read the letter of the law. Huh?
Yes. So you brought out through this process that it's illegal.
Yes.
And you showed how it was illegal.
Yes.
Well, if something's illegal, who rules that it's illegal?
The heir, sir. God himself.
But the heirs don't they take it to a court?
Sir, sit down, sir. Sit down. Why don't you talk to me about this? Okay? Press 1. I don't want to take it to court. I don't want to do these things and conversate. Talk to me about this information I'm doing here. Stop trying to see what I'm doing. Stop trying to pretend you want to know. Press 1. Stop. No questions for me. Talk to me about this work that I got here for my students who support my broadcast. Stop trying to wonder what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about, what my ideas are. For when I'm wide open, y'all ain't there, and y'all take a nigga for granted. Let's just worry about what's on the screen, huh? Let's just deal with what we can deal with. Stop worrying about. But if he gotta go to court, right? That's not right. All that is backbite conversation. Now, non-belief in God and the word, how and wonders. You should be in quantum mechanics with all of these wonders and theories. God told us don't wonder. Don't keep your mind in wonderland. Press 1, the Bible say, prove all things, sir. Prove it all, champion. Give no way to silly quarrels about the law, family. They always around talking about, hey, Mr. Gillespie, my name is Neo. My name is motherfucking Neo. Press 1. Hey, Mr. Gillespie. My name is Neo, motherfucker. Press 1, hit that like button. So anyway, shout out to the Carolinas. But we're going back into the SQV, and I think you know Mr. Gillespie. No, nigga. I'm Neo. You can keep it. Press 1, motherfucker. I don't want it. Keep it in your stupid hands. Don't one gotta go to court? No. One must go to God and ask for the destruction and anything standing in his way. That's what we pray for. Anything standing in his way, may he stamp it out like Jesus did Satan in a garden. Press 1, step on and crush his head. Press 1, because Kev is right here. They got questions, but the questions never go to what's right. See, the questions ain't, you feel me, Rado? The questions ain't never the appropriate ones. Press 1. Huh? Y'all supposed to throw in the damn towel. Press 1. Go ahead and wave the white flag. No vamano. No mas. Press 1. No mas is what you gonna say. Because you ain't gonna stand in my way. So don't ask me what I'm doing. Ask yourself, have you repented of your transgression, sir? I'm worried about what's on my mind. I'm doing what's on my mind. I'm waking those up who can see. Not who's plotting, who's been waiting, not who's been sitting back playing, who's been studying, so they can see what B hears, so they can see what Forrest Glory hears, so they can see it and hear it. They want to know, how is that one like that one? How is that? So they can see. Press 1, what Shiva sees. Wait a minute. No. Yes. So they can see what Amanda sees. They just want to see it. A lot of these niggas, hey, D-Jack, what did D-Jack see? They just want to see, they just want to know. And because I'm goofy and I got all these silly attributes about myself, they think they can shimmy their way in. But look, I told y'all, God is better than Michael Jackson at his performances. Press 1. God is the greatest performer of all time. The best story never produced. Right here, the word of God. Press 1. The greatest story to ever be written is the scripture. They need a new movie. They need Book of Eli Part 2. Press 1, they need a new one. Because your perception of what you think this is all backward. You dealing with a trust. What I tell you, this is a living will in what? Trust. Thus, emancipation. Where's Francois? Where my boy? Where's my boy? No. Francois, if you don't bring your ass here. Oh, my French friend, you gotta love Francois. Art, he tries, man. He tries. Fuck you, Cam. I even help Francois understand. Damn. He said, why would Will Smith? Will Smith wasn't no Gillespie. Remember that Art? I know you was doing art right at the time, and you probably scrabbled at that. But this nigga wilded on his computer. Man, why would they put Will Smith in Haiti? Cause we had to fight y'all to get away, to get back home. Press 1. We had to fight our slave master, Haitian man. Nigga, don't be trying to get me. You gonna tell me Will, the last name is Francois. Nigga. Will, dead hands, emancipation mean what? RZA knows this. The real emancipation. What does it mean? Dead hands. You thought you were free. No, you in dead hands. So you not understanding their language. Talk to RZA. RZA, come here. Press 1. Nah. Is it true that in utility companies have sir, I'm not here to debate what utility companies have. Press 1. I'm a utility company. You know I run on currency, food, currents. Press 1. And I charge up every day. In my Cash App, they charge me up, and I turn alive, and I just wake up like this. Press 1. I don't know what they got. I know what I got. So in English, what is the origin of Mortimer? habitual name for mortarer in Seine you see maritime France, so-called Old French morte. So under mortarman is maritime, and that's the laws that you're in, given the death grip of the dead hand. You remember that. That's why I say will, dead hands here, because you're in the state of mortmain, okay? It is dead plus sea. So it's the Dead Sea. You get it? It's the dead. Mortimer means what? Dead Sea. I told you was ran by who? The Holy Sea, S-E-E, which is dead. So you're black in a state of Mortimer and controlled by the Dead Sea, which Sergeant Robert Brown was trying to tell you. And you are being, this trust here is being held in perpetuity until the return of the king, who will be emancipated to find himself. Remember, Will was supposed to play who? Neo. Who's waking up to what? That he is a battery for the system. So it's the same thing, because he is in the SQV trust and he has to wake up to free the world, because he is who lives. He is the name in the SQV as the Redeemer. And no obstacle can stop him from his destiny. So my destiny consists of bringing you this, making light so you will understand and be able to teach yourself and grow and understand why I did what I did. Press 1, not nobody else. I write my story. Why I did it. Because you under Canaan law, and the Bible is against this. The Moors are trafficking you, pirating you, trying to assassinate you for a foreign government. Islam, North Africa, Moors, operators and actors of the Pope. Press 1, and I've been sitting right here with you, trying to break this down. Press 1, the whole time was about Disney and their way of international corporations stealing my family's trust and turning our families into crackheads and criminals' family. Telling us we from Africa. Somebody got to explain why we ain't got shit. And I heard the call as a young individual growing up listening to Tupac Shakur. Somebody got to explain why we ain't got shit. He didn't say I. He put himself there. He was an actor. He was, because his life is promised to be what it's going to be. He didn't say me, what I can get. Somebody got to explain why we can't have a black family. Why all our sisters are destroyed and all my niggas is gangbang is in jail for cocaine and shit. And why y'all in our shit still in our trust. That's what I heard from Tupac. Somebody got to explain how we went from kings and queens to niggas and bitches. How we went from brothers and sisters to niggas and bitches. Sisters online arguing with transsexuals about what a woman is. How did we come to this? I wish they didn't miss. Press 1. Shh, crazy.
And how that was going to work was you only get 3 chances to pay off the debt that you borrow from these guys. And if you can't pay it off, then your surrender, the crown will step in, pay the debt to these guys off for you, and then capture you back as part of his system.
Can you pay the debt? No. How much is the debt? Press 1. Oh, it's innumerable. You can't even pay the debt. How many is it if you can't even pay the debt? You're caught. You see? You're caught. There comes a point. See, I get the omens. I get it. Do you? Oh, there's a point where the truth ends and TC era comes into play. And this nigga ain't coming to fight high, press 1. No, nigga. TC is coming to fuck you up, G. He's coming to kick your ass. That's the Christ era with his arms stuck up. That TC and stand for 30 Crip, where he dwells. Hundi Jack. Ain't that what Nipsey put on his hat when he was around the corner from my hat? He put a who hat on? The 30 Crips. He wasn't wearing the 60 hat in the back of the police car. Cross around the corner, he was wearing the TC hat. A new time. See, I captured the timelines, so I'm the only one available to capture the flag. See, the only flag that I need is the Don't Tread on Me and the We Will Never Forget, D-Jack. Those Harlem fighters. The initial sacrifice of all of the Negroes who went to war and never returned. Families giving letters like they died at sea. Pensions and names stolen. And then that they kids can't even have nothing. Only thing we got is pictures of our great-grandfathers in service. What happened to their names and pensions, and it was stolen. Our forefathers gave their lives for us to be here, to tell our truth. So hell no, I don't want to join your crew. I want to join this crew. I don't want to speak your truth. I want to speak mine. What Pac say, I follow no man, nigga. I got my own plan. And I mean that. I'm not in none of y'all little sects of cults and this one and that one. Boy, if I wanted one of y'all women, I'll just take them, nigga. You can't give me nothing to stop that. I'll just take them. So don't think that I'm enticed the same way y'all is, bro. You know, these people did this to us. If you not here serious, you don't care about your ancestor. You don't care about your forefathers. You don't care about your kids' inheritance. You don't want to be in order, man, woman, and child. You think the woman gonna get the inheritance. Tell me something. Ain't no woman finna get the inheritance of God without the Son of Man. It ain't happening. It would have said it. Without him, there is no salvation. You know what a salvage is. Can somebody read that? Salvaging in the legal sense. Press 1. What it is to be salvaged. See, B told you about being saved. Press 1. No. You saved. Yeah, you got saved right into Serapis. I'm talking about being salvaged. Jesus saves. Go to Jesus. Jesus saves you, bro. That's the only way, champion. I'm coming to salvage. It's different. Press 1.
Or part of Great Britain, and you'd all become peasants and serfs again. And this entire thing revolved around the year 1999.
What?
This is
What? Very important you know what Prince meant by 1999. Instead of singing and dancing.
Event Horizon year.
Event Horizon, nigga. And I know my class just woke up and said, what the fuck? This is Terminator? This is Terminator, champion. This is the stopping of the Jubilee judgment, family. They went to war with God himself.
Not just for the United States, but for the entire planet.
Told you.
Okay, so when the colonies had come out of the American Revolution and the king stepped in as Postmaster General for the United States, the U.S. Constitution was drafted. Okay?
Press 1. Now, when Donald Trump said drain the swamp, what do you think he meant by that? Here it is here. Press 1. Probably referring to a stagnant pond or drained swamp. Press 1. So when he said drain the swamp, he said relinquish control to the king. That's what Donald Trump said. He said it's over. Relinquish control to the king or face the consequences. That's what Donald Trump said on the air, that he's trying to stop the ass whooping of a lifetime. What did they do? They voted him out and went on living. So they will suffer
And the U.S.
the consequences of their actions.
Constitution outlined how the king's government was going to
To reject the king for a dead one at this day and age is the worship of Satan and sin and necromancy and corporations itself.
interact with the colonies in relation to international trade and commerce. Okay, and this thing was seen.
Yeah, somebody said so. In 1999 to 2020, 8 million years of life. Yes. That's by way of North Carolina. Shout out to my man. I got you, Thomas. Don't worry, Thomas. I just need it this way. Yes. Thomas sent me that. So from 1999 to 2020, 80 million years of life was lost. And I tell you who's dealing in time? So all them niggas in prison, that equivalent to 80 million years. Dead, G. Remember, these people say you live thousands of years. You got to put some aspect on life, champion. So from the 1900s all the way up into now, how many years and how many people, Chris Cook? Then you will know why this has to be. You see, when Jesus gave his life for the whole world, because he knew what you did. That was you. So how many people, Chris, have we lost? And how much time have we lost? Like Pac say, time wasters. If people don't care about life, they square death. Square business, right, Texas? Square business. Press 1, what's the name? Dewberry? You square business, right? Press 1. Oh, this is square business, sir. E equals MC square is death.
By Patrick Henry and the colonials as so tyrannical that they created the Bill of Rights, outlining, or I should say, laying out what it was that the King of Great Britain and that federal government, the Fed, would never have the power to infringe upon, because they knew that this king was so tyrannical. Eventually, he would enforce his authority into the states' territories and try to tell you what you could and couldn't say.
That's right. What you did. That's what you did. See, the real king is God.
The Fed.
See, they want to place blame on God and the king. But you have been the kings, sir. You're taking orders as such.
Would never have the power to infringe upon.
See, God and Christ, he's not honoring their contracts, their friendship treaties. He's going to tell them, you're going to believe in God. There is no Sodom and Gomorrah here. There is none of this. See, and they're going to be going to war against him. This is good versus evil. Righteousness over wickedness. Press 1. That's what this is about.
Unknown caller.
Hit that like button and subscribe. This is deep. War, family. And you in it. Coffee and Kush Tip. Excuse me. Mr. Gillespie on the microphone. You on the air. What up?
Yes, sir, Kel. This is B calling again with the 1828 definition of salvage.
Go ahead.
In commerce, a reward or recompense allowed by law for the saving of a ship or goods from loss at sea, either by shipwreck or other means,
That's right.
or by enemies or pirates.
Now, wait a minute. Read it again.
In commerce, a reward or recompense allowed by law for the saving of a ship
Mm-hmm.
or goods from lost at sea,
Mm-hmm.
either by shipwreck or other means,
Mm-hmm.
or by enemies or pirates.
Piracy.
Piracy.
So that's in the 1828.
Yes, sir.
That's illegal. Piracy is illegal.
Right. Right.
Yes. You know why? Because it always leads back to slave trade and then debt bondage. So the Moors did what?
Right.
What is these pirates doing? Go ahead. Stealing identities, enslaving
Right.
black people, just like Tony wants to do to people, just like they want to do to me, enslave us and incorporate us in sin. It makes tax identification number that goes back to a false federal holy dead sea. Go ahead, King.
Right. And knowing that the Moors are seafarers,
That's right.
and they pirates. They always been the pirates. That's what they do. And now they doing it. They doing it by getting people in the deals unknowingly. They try. So basically, that if they offer you a 70-30 deal, they offering you. They trying to salvage you or salvage your name.
They trying to do what
basically.
with the 70-30 deal? What they doing?
They trying to salvage you.
Come on, son. Go ahead, King.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can Taj salvage me?
Nah. He tried. That was everything that. All right. When you asked me, when you said something about the guy was Tony the closer, I didn't know who he was. I looked him up, and the same thing that was being said with the 70-30 deal was the same thing that what's her name, the white lady, Pearly Things was saying.
Yes.
Same thing Tony the closer was saying.
Yeah.
Same thing that Taj was saying.
Go ahead.
And the guy with the glass, I watched a video late last night, but the one from last night, the guy with the glasses was explaining the same thing on how they try to get you to be the face of something and basically steal your resources, like this guy explaining on how they did it.
That's right.
And when something go wrong after they done salvage you, they run off with the money and leave you in debt and with all the problems. So that's their whole process.
literally, Taj was trying to set me up.
Yeah.
For failure.
Yeah.
So I called that.
You saying, yeah, you did. You did. And the way people talk, if you're not privy to the language they speak, and you wouldn't even I didn't even recognize it like that until now. All right, we privy to the language that you speak, and now we can see and understand what you're really trying to do. That's why, they talk fast and try to give you fear of loss, like you're missing out on something, but it's really just them trying to salvage you. Piracy. Yes, sir. Can you hear me, Kel?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, sir. And, that's what I see now. When you first hear it, you not understand. Me personally, I wasn't totally understanding, like, okay, what is this? You just trying to offer a deal, but now you trying to salvage me. That you committing piracy, using the words to get me to sign a contract to
allow you to salvage me.
Yeah, allow you to salvage me, man. Have me lost at sea again.
Yes, and sell me back to who?
Sell me
Open
back
up a
to
trust,
the Lords of London,
and then execute the trust so that the trust
right
is busted wide open. So you got to
Yes,
sign
sir.
him.
The trust.
You got to sign him for the insurance, kill him for the trust busting effect. Everybody eats.
Yes, sir.
And then we can sell his
it make
units.
me-
Then we can sell his units, his face, the rights to him. Correct?
Everything that he does, we're gonna take part of what he does. You get this part, I get this part, and yeah, basically selling your soul, your essence, who you are. But they making money off of it, like straight leeches.
So they want you
Yes,
back
sir.
into the simulation or in a simulated life, and they're making off, and you the one with 30%, and they don't got you to sign that your ass is probably incompetent. They got full legal rights to bust the trust open. You probably got a tax identification or SIN or some type of identification, and they just run off, and then nothing is connected to them, so everything comes back on you if they do anything.
Yeah, if they do anything illegal, any illegal practices, it was you. They run off, like you said. They run off. I'm like, man, this is unethical. It's evil. But we understand it. God got you breaking it down, so we understand where we don't fall in none of these pitfalls.
So yes, sir. So you know, I'm not just up here talking.
Nah, you definitely not just talking. It's factual.
So when people send me messages talking about I'm Taj, I've always been and always will be, never had an intention on doing harm to you, and you get these messages, what does that mean? Because you and I see the play. So you not who the fuck am I? Like, you not my
Why
bitch.
you trying to convince me? Why you trying to convince me to give up 30% of what's mine? What I earn is mine. Why would you even want to even ask me some stuff
Right.
like that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's your intent.
I
not
don't
good
know
from
you.
the-
I
from
don't
the
even
go.
know you.
Right.
Unless you know me, and I don't know you.
Yeah.
Unless you been
And
knew
how
me,
you know?
and you need me to, you got to be next to me because what you do, and how did you do it, and who you working with,
How you
know me.
know all these practices?
Yeah, how you know all these
How you know-
practices, and why you trying to?
How I'ma know-
Go ahead, King.
My bad. But I'm looking like, if I'm finna, how am I know karate if I ain't never been to karate school? I just automatically just come out here and just start doing all of these karate kicks and everything. Nah, you gotta be trained. You know?
You
know
were
what I
brought
mean?
up this way. You can't change your
Right.
life, but from calling me with this perspective to learning something to now, oh, I see what God has done, and no, you don't.
Nah, you wouldn't even be trying to get me for it, you know. You wouldn't even be trying to get me to you wouldn't even be worried about you wouldn't even be pocket watching, worrying about what I'm doing or
My
what I'm
audience.
getting or whatever.
My audience in 30,
Right.
70, and why do that when I'm okay? I like my
And the
life.
only thing you offer me is a dream. You offer me a dream.
Come on, you
or we
offer me
can help
what?
You get more. You offer me a dream.
So I can help him do
what?
what?
That's the whole thing. You said, "Oh, I can help you get more people."
That's right.
Bro, like
By what?
if I
Affiliate
ain't never
marketing
did-
and the link in the link that you were talking about and didn't want to discuss? Go ahead, King.
You want me to fall in the dead hands. You
That's
trying
right.
to get me in the morgue, man.
You trying to get me back in the morgue, man. Because
For
I'm
real.
free. So you need me as if you were already there. What you need me to do? What have y'all done that y'all trying to associate yourself with me to make it look like to somebody else I'm with you? And I'm not. I don't know you.
Yeah, that's
So
not.
how
that,
you
that
know
ain't right,
me
man.
and how you coming from this angle has to be of some past behavior. Only you know. You and I.
And then like,
You and I, champion. Hold up, B. He know. Only you and I. They just trying to see if I know. If I really know. Yes, I do. And I always knew. Go ahead, sir.
yeah, I'm like, you got a business. Well, if I first meet a person, I don't have a business proposal for
Yes.
them.
No.
Like,
He
already
already had
ready with a
they already
plan.
had the business proposal
Yeah.
because they already took something that wasn't theirs and they're trying to fix it right now. You see? And they didn't know what they did was violation in the highest orders of life. Now I told them they fucked with the wrong nigga, thinking I'm just a nigga. Said that last night. They touched something that wasn't theirs, and they finna get their ass burned. That's why I say judgment time. It's a wrap. I feel the pressure from them. They like, oh shit, I can hear it in they shit. Damn. All the little females trying to get reconnect and established. Kev, what you doing? Where you going? To bed. Where you going? What you doing? I heard you was going over here. And right there, now they, oh yeah, I bet so. I bet y'all want to come out the woodwork and distract me and to knock me off my course by y'all pretty little faces. But God said, don't bite, Kev. Now them little pretty faces, they want to get you in the bed so they can wrap your ass up and get you out of there. Press 1. Go ahead, champion.
Like you talking about Samson. Samson, they had to use the women. They used the woman to get Samson.
That's right.
You know. And
to
what
put him
happened
where?
to Samson?
To put him where?
To put him in jail. To put him in jail, and they even burned his eyes out. He couldn't see no more.
Couldn't see.
You know, he couldn't see. He lost his strength.
That's right.
And what happened after she got what she wanted? Oh, she burnt out and went over there with the guy she was really rolling with.
That's right. See, I see that part right there. That's not gonna happen to me. She ain't going nowhere.
No, sir.
You see, B, this one right, there ain't no disattachment from that. You see?
Yes,
ain't no I'm finna go over there and going back and I'm thinking about this one and then I'm dating and all of this. You think I gotta go through that?
Nah.
What did God design for me?
So.
What did God design for me? What do you think?
He designed for you a wife.
What kind? What kind?
What is that? Proverbs 31, a virtuous woman.
What's that one? A virtuous one. What is that, B? I don't know what that is. I don't know that word. Go ahead.
A woman of God, a true woman of God that's not on no scandalous stuff, not trying to set you up. She trying a helpmate, like the original, like it's supposed to be, you know?
Like Adam and Eve.
Like Adam and Eve.
In order.
Yes, sir. There you go. In order.
In the correction.
God, man, woman, child.
God, man, woman, child. And she has to what? Understand that to a different degree. Even when he forget his place, she has to be able to correct him. Correct? Do you know who you are? Go ahead, champion.
Hey, yes, sir. That's what you're looking for. Like that's what's destined for you. Like you talking about destined. That's what's destined for you. So all that other stuff, it ain't hidden.
Do you think I'm the type of person that needs to be disrespected everywhere he go, trying to fit in with other people? You think I'm that type of person, B, that got to prove himself to this person or that person or this person there? Do you think that when I date women that I got to answer to their fathers or the way they mama see me? Do you think I'm that type of person, sir?
Nah, man, no true man going for that. Nah, hell no. Nah,
I don't
see you at all.
Are they going to have a say in my relationship?
Nah, man, shoot, I got a wife. I ain't going for that, so I know damn well you ain't going for it, you know? We can respect, but he got to respect that, hey, this man house. It say you supposed to leave your mother and father, and y'all supposed to be one, not father-in-law and, overstepping his bounds. This my house.
To the contrary.
So, yeah, I told.
Can my old family come in and disrespect her?
Not at all. They gotta know their role. Like you hear a lot of people. You hear a lot of people talking about mama or the wife. Mama is mama. That's her role, but she gotta respect the role. that she got to respect the role. This his man. This your son' wife. They are one.
That's right.
You know. So she got to know her role. You be mama. Keep your role.
Mama.
Can't nobody take that from you.
Love
But
me for
this
what
is
I'm
wife.
doing. That's right. Respect this right
That's
here.
it. And like you always talk about, man, order. It's gotta be in order. That's where all the disrespect come from. Everybody trying to run on something that ain't the proper order.
That's
Mama
right.
don't run it.
That's right.
Mama don't run it.
Do the kids
Yes,
run it?
sir. Nah, definitely
Let
not.
me ask
They
you a
gotta
question.
listen.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What time do you
Come
think
on.
I put kids to sleep in my house? Let me ask you.
Depending on their age,
That's right.
they young. Hey, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Turn the game off. Lay down. Hey, don't use the bathroom. Don't. Even I remember. Hey, don't you bring your butt back out here no more. I thought I'd tell you to lay it down. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go.
Is that
For
simple?
real, kid.
Is that hard work?
Man, it's
Hell
actually
no.
it's easy. And kids like order. Kids like order.
You'd be
They
surprised.
gonna be better tomorrow.
I dated this one
They
girl
day is gonna be
who
better.
tried to set me up. All right. It's small
Mhm.
talk, just to get off the SQV for a minute, entertain the audience. I dated this one girl. She was so upset how orderly I was. Hey, it's time to shut this shit down. That little kid over there, he need to go to bed. And this one over here, you gonna if her daddy find out what the fuck you allow this one to do, you going to court. So, what do you think I got to deal with those issues today? You think I didn't learn from those past? Talk to me, sir. Talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, they need that order. And then them same kids who not getting that order, that's gonna be the one disrespecting her. If she keep that up, she gotta listen to the order. He gonna be the same one you trying to let him do what he wanna do as a youngster. Man, that's what he grew up to do. You taught him that. So when you try to tell him, nah, Johnny don't do it like that, he gonna be disrespectful to the highest power. That's why we see in society like it is today. Calling the mama out their names, disrespecting, no respect for their elders. You making that. You making your
And
own
no respect
T900.
for men. No respect. No. You made your own 29 T what?
He made your own T9000. He activated an evil. But like mama, cussing mama out, man. And then that's gonna jump off. If he get a woman, he gonna be straight disrespecting her. More than likely a woman beater. He ain't got no respect. You ain't teach him that. He gonna be what you programmed him to be.
And
Mama, you programmed him to be
and what? What's you
the
programmed?
T9000. I'm a straight Terminator out here. I have no respect. Like respect.
When one T9000 sees another T9000 and they both have different colored clothes on, how did that turn out? Go ahead.
Oh, that's a bloodbath, just like them rats in the Universal 25. They said it's gonna be a bloodbath. And that's what be happening. There's gonna be some big tails and all kind of stuff going down. Hey, that's what it is. They already got the program shit. You gonna fall into it. Straight killing. Yeah, that's what a whole lot of crime mamas. And,
That's what Chicago is about. That's what this shit is all about here.
Right. They did the simulation with the rats, but they got it activated out here in society. And our people are the ones who are receiving, are the ones who in the program. The live, like you said, is live. They done went live with it. So we got to be able to recognize all of these things.
So back to the courts, because our conversations can drag and we have fun. And Janita's already laughing talking about y'all motherfuckers is wild because they know we go. But look,
yes, sir.
You see the date on that, 1999.
Mhm.
Why is that so significant?
Yeah, that date.
What happened in 1999 and in 2020? I mean, in 2000 and 2020 and all of this. Because I'm thinking jubilees are supposed to be going on and the transferring of the wealth. And something about 1999. What do you think that is?
Well, all right, y'all. I heard you talking about 1999, and you made a reference to Prince, and with his song in my head, I could hear, you know, when I thought about it, they saying "party over" out of time, so it has something to do with time.
Yes.
So you might like the Jubilee makes sense.
Fact.
They thought the party was over. They found a way to keep it going.
Yes.
For now, but they cannot escape the inevitable. You're gonna have, like I said the other day, you're gonna have to give it back.
So from
There's nothing you can do
so
about
from
it.
1999 to 2020, how many millions of lives?
They said 80
million.
What did they say? 82?
No,
80 million?
80 million years of life gone.
And then when referencing Planned Parenthood, the children they killing, they not even getting no years. So how many is that? That's so uncountable to me.
Do they
you know what I mean?
do they still get birth certificates? Of course.
That I'm not sure.
Of course
they do.
Of course,
yeah.
they gotta get bonded.
So,
it wouldn't be a.
man. Oh man. Wow. So,
Wow.
Yeah, they get birth certificates, and now are they naming the children and everything?
Yes,
I'm
because
sure.
this got to go for more immigrants. 80 million years.
So they got a
portal,
uncountable.
That's right.
Yeah, a portal. They already got the paperwork ready for the immigrants
Facts.
to come in
Facts.
ahead of time. So
Facts.
it's just an easy process.
Facts.
Wow.
Say one more. They already got it. Now we talking.
They got, yes, sir. They got the paperwork ready, got your name ready, social security number in place. So when you come in, we can just bring you in. That's why we seeing what we seeing now. Like I'm thinking about. We already know they've been doing it, but like the scale of it is larger. Like and like you said, 1999, 2000 to now. I ain't never seen like that I can remember like the scale of people trying to come in where they bringing them in. I'm like, how was we know it now.
But the same people
based on
saying aliens and it's too many people here and this one. So who got to go? We not going nowhere. They got to go home.
They can't. They can only put us in jail or kill us. You can't send me nowhere. I'm not an African. I'm of the land. They know that. They know that. Even from all their programs, it's proving the same thing.
So they got
like
to send you to jail, and they got to do what?
Or they got to kill you.
Now wait a minute. What's the
That's
operatives of the Pope's job?
The operatives of the Pope.
Yeah, of the trust, of the hidden agenda here. What are their jobs to do? Rile you up, and do what with you?
Rile you up, charge you up, get you to do yourself, or we'll find a way to do you. Get you up out of here, and lock you up. Once you get riled up, you're gonna do something unlawful. Is what they banking on.
Fact.
And put you in jail.
Fact.
Now you a number.
Now you're a number.
We done busted that
you
truck.
Sign a new contract. Sign here. Sign here. Sign here. You're supposed to be here. Have a ward over you. Then we're gonna put you on probation.
Man,
go ahead.
Man, when you be saying ward, I think about, okay, you know how you got counties, but all right, they got neighborhoods in Houston.
What they got in Louisiana?
They got parishes, and
Damn.
I'm like, parish think they don't have counties, they got parish. All right, and in Houston, you got 3rd Ward, 5th Ward, 1st Ward, 3rd Ward. These are Epcot centers,
Yes.
So I'm like, oh man, 3rd Ward. They saying these people here are wards of the state. Now you go right across the freeway. I'm talking about walking distance. They don't call what other people at wards. They call you got a place called Denver Harbor where all the Hispanic people at. Right? I'm talking about walking distance.
On the harbor. Go ahead.
You come up. Yeah. Now when you come back, where the black people are, you in 3rd Ward, heavily policed area. crime, everything that all the Epcot centers got, that's where it is. So it made me think, I'm saying, oh, yeah, it ain't just prison either.
Yeah,
You
I love that you broke
right
that
over
down.
here.
And it's the state of affairs is you are a state property. So you're a commodity. You got this. You deal with policies, not law. The police will be around here in a minute because you spit on the ground. So remember we did this Epcot, and that was dealing with the program.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is dealing with the program and how the test subject of this simulated life, right? So I'm playing video games yesterday, Arma 3, and these people created this modification. Guess what it was called?
What it was called?
It wasn't Epcot, it was Epoch, EPOCH. Now check this out. Now this is dealing with a period in time in history or a person's life, typically one marked by notable events or peculiar characteristics. The Victorian epoch.
Are you serious?
Yes. And then in the beginning of a distinctive period in the history of someone or something. Welfare reform was a epoch in history of U.S. social policy. Genealogy. A division of time that is a subdivision of a period and is itself subdivided into ages corresponding to a series of chronostratigraphy. So that goes back into a time, and a time and a half. Just thinking about it. But even in that, it's after the extinction. I looked at the mod and I read what the modification said on the video game. It said a time after the extinction. That was the description of it. I'm like, whoa.
Time after the extinction.
It was a time after the extinction of a mass wipeout of people. So I said, wow.
The genocide.
So I said, damn, I got off the...
They putting it in.
They kids know. They all know. They all know.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Oh man, like even when they label us in generations, you know how we was talking about the generations. I was looking up because when we think generations, me personally, I'm thinking about family. You know, generations of family. They doing it in what they call cohorts, like meaning like you in groups. And then they put you in groups based on age, like we know it is. But then they always have an event that these groups were in. Like during the 2000s, they had 9/11 as one. Then they had what is it? The Vietnam War as one.
Right.
Now,
these are all time periods and groups of scientific study. Go ahead. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Yes, sir. Scientific study, and they always put trauma there. You see, like all these events are traumatic events. Like,
trauma-based.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Even they mentioned COVID-19.
Yes.
Too. So like that, the ones grew up in between childhood and adulthood, they mark their brains, so it affects the next generation on how they was doing it.
So it's in the genetic trauma. It's in the mind, and it's genetically passed down, so that slavery is a hit even to the children that never experienced it. And it puts you in a perilous state, peril state.
Right, like we talking about the ships and salvaging.
That's what we're talking about. You in a perilous state. It creates.
Yes, sir.
So we're talking in allegorical format, but relating it back to the law and relating it back to how people can understand the SQV and all of this stuff. They're throwing you into a state of trauma. You ever heard that saying, trauma bond? That's what your ass is. You trauma bonded. And
that's what, yes, sir.
And you got Stockholm syndrome. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. When you said trauma bond, that's exactly what they was describing. Like they putting these people based on age. When you came in, all right, we're gonna give you a trauma bond to where you saying, hey, we are a part of generation, whatever they label it as.
Facts.
But you got this traumatic experience that bonds all of y'all together. So
Right.
we know your program. We know what triggered you.
We
That's
know
how
what
I'm looking at it,
generation
too.
is triggered by what trauma bond.
Yeah, I was like, wow, man, this is some weird science,
It's
freakization type.
it's psychology. That's all it is.
Yes,
It's
sir.
psychology,
Yes, sir.
in which people think it's hypnosis, and it is. But people think they study in psychology. You studying the mind and how to manipulate it, and then you're going to become a freak of nature in your own world where you doing these things. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they got people doing. Our people doing, man. We think about past years and what society was like and how it affected the next generation. Where you got, the dream, with Martin Luther King, the dream. Then bam, we knocked him off, and now all right, we're gonna protect ourselves, so to speak. And they start these movements, and they start movements to keep your mind off of. I'm looking at it to keep your mind off of law,
and to keep their so-called circus going forward with different projections. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's exactly what they are, projections.
Yeah, because our money and our minerals here don't fluctuate. It is what it is. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Somebody
like
said
how
it's
they-
witchcraft casting spells. It's not witchcraft. It's manipulation. Okay? And the people you think is in witchcraft, those are called manipulators in real life. Because when you behind bars, them witchcraft people can't cast a spell worth of shit. So they back there too. It's a dream world. The voodoo
They
can't even
can't-
get their ass out. Press one.
Straight up, they can't even unlock a door.
They can't even
That
unlock a
Houdini
damn
stuff don't work
door.
no more.
Yeah, so it ain't no witchcraft. That's not real. They think it's Disney. And then they homegirls and homeboys act the shit out, and then they all blame the spiritual realm as if the spirits did it, as Eve did with some damn serpent with the fruit. See, God told you what to do. And you ain't finna blame not another boogeyman around here. It's you.
Right.
Go ahead, King.
Right, bro. That was something that's real. Everybody's scared of everything, but when the reality hits, they got you locked down. They not doing none of that. Ain't none of that working. You right, Kill. None of that working. But yeah, Kill. Just everything that I'm seeing that's been in our way.
Got something.
So actually
Got something
being
else. I got hit with it. Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You're gonna like this. I want
Come on,
everybody
what's that?
to Google calendar era. A calendar era is a period of time elapsed since one epoch of a calendar. Oh my goodness. As
Epoch.
is the year,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
just talked about it, 2023 as per Gregorian calendar. So we dealing in different times and space, champion. We dealing with different times and different space. That's what we dealing with. Different calendars and different nations operating in 3 different time zones. Why do you think India's still in what year? Probably 1999. Because they've been here every goddamn since.
And that's another thing I never understood till you start explaining it. Like, how you gonna have a different time? China too, they got different time. I'm like, wow. And then yeah, kid.
Yeah. So call back. I don't worry. I'm here for you. Anything else you want
Yes,
to
sir.
discuss? I'm here, champ. My man.
Yes, sir. All right.
My man. That's right. So I like to have these small discussions just to free our minds a little bit. We got a little bit more to go.
Because they knew that this king was so tyrannical, eventually he would enforce his authority into the states' territories and try to tell you what you couldn't say.
Now, the states, there is no such thing of states in this nation. There is the estate, the crown, who runs the salvage. See, what's coming is the estate is the estate itself. And you're going to be adopted into the estate after you're given new birth because you're dead. So the process of God's return and God's promise is new birth because you were born into SIN. Press 1. That's social identification numbers. So Christ is coming to do what? Cleanse you of your sin, redeem you of your situation, revoke the laws of the world, and take back what's possession of his, which is the state, not the states, as the states are corporate, dead people who got you in mortmain, black in law. That's what baptism is about. The new baptism is about you being adopted into the kingdom of God, the true heir that you're going to hold up and raise up because he is of you. That's why. You raised him and you will continue to raise him up into position. That's your job, is to lift the Son of Man up so that the world knows we have a king. That's the process of redemption. You're going to lift the king up. No. All black people are going to lift the king up, whether they want to or not. One by one, they're going to lift him up more and more, like they did T.D. Jakes in the false church. They're going to lift him up. And then they're going to put the scribes in his hand, letting you know he's the king of the earth, like they did T.D. Jakes' snake. Press 1, and with 10 commandments, signifying a high priest. That's what you're going to do. That's the process of the Christ. Anything other than that is denial. Now, how do you like those apples? Anything other than that is denial. That's what the king, that's how important this is on earth. That's how important this is. It's bigger than your problems. It's bigger than they problems over there. Oh no, the person who comes to do this right here, no, this person is different. This person didn't get no wisdom from the world and got it from his Father. Clear cut, clarity. Press 1, that's it. There's nothing you can give this brother because it's all what? It's all his. And he's going to prove it to his people. By doing what? By proving all things and being the only one who can do so. Press 1. You see? So we're all the brothers that's in my chat room every day pressing 1. Come on, I'm with you, Kev. You see? We're all of them. Those are the ones who stand next to him proud, ready for battle, ready for war. Press 1. Boy, I ain't seen some names all day. Press 1. Boy, I ain't seen some names since I called out the fraud. Press 1. See, that's what gets me. Hit that like button. Yeah, you motherfuckers sit right there knowing I'm talking to you. Yes, sir. I ain't seen them since. Exactly how I like it. Bunch of ladies around and a few fellas ready to learn.
Right. The freedom of the press. That you couldn't bear arms. You wouldn't have the right to defend your country.
Yes, that's what you did. That's what America did. So he's having a hard time. We can't bear arms. We can't defend our mother country, our father, God. Because you, in this seraphic enslavement of debt bondage that y'all got our people in. We're the brothers who say they love me, though.
His authority into the states, territories, and try to tell you what you couldn't say, what you couldn't write, right? The freedom of the press, that you couldn't bear arms, you wouldn't have the right to defend your country. So those things were all outlined here in the Bill of Rights, and those are the things that
Bill of Rights and the Magna Carta is telling the state and the banks what they can't do. The Bill of Rights and the contract is the Constitution. Press 1.
Would never have the power to infringe upon ever. It was done. It was
Ever.
the only thing
So
that
what did they
ratified.
do? They put the fringe. They infringe depends upon your right. Press 1. They infringe. Look what's around the American flag. A fringe. They've placed maritime law, on you. Mortimer. They made you dead by way of certificate. Hit that Cash App. Hit that Cash App. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Press 1. I'm really not up for it no more. You not here, you just not here. I make new friends every day, B. My life is easy, champion. My life is easy. It's very easy. When I'm done with my streams, I'm done for the day. I really only got to do 2 hours. That's what I promised my classroom. We've been on air for how long and for how many days? 3 hours and 2 minutes. See? And every one of you just took your time out right now to get your shout out. I'll be able to read who supports this broadcast. Like TC. Shout out to TC. Shout out to Captain. He say, for the crown, sir. Long live the king, Captain. Betty Hampton for contributing to the program every chance she can and help me see her name. Shout out to Miss Hampton out there in the world somewhere, I don't know, somewhere that watches the show. RT Bell, thank you for every prophetic word you speak, sir. And I thank RT Bell because she's standing next to me and help charges me up. That's right. Shout out to Bo Cat for Grand Rising to you, champion. Kev Rowe are nothing. That's right. Cedric Jefferson and Jason Harrison. These two brothers get that morning coffee for me every morning. And sometimes for others who need coffee. Y'all don't even know. Hit that like button and subscribe to the show. And you know what? Go to my Patreon. So if they remove this good word, you'll be in touch with my other page. I don't have to overstretch. I'm not arguing or pay attention. No. Just support. Look, Mortimer is where you are. It's so-called French, morta, dead. Remember Mortimer? The one with Eddie Murphy and Trading Places? This is what's being described by these brothers. How the process of Trading Places, the movie, and how Eddie Murphy was playing around and they was serious as hell because of what I'm describing. See, the stuff that I'm describing to you and helping you see, advertising firms, Disney, and production companies spend trillions of dollars for ad revenue and ad space and television time to convince you of something contrary. I'm doing this with no special effects, couple pairs of Jordans to keep y'all a nice chain for you to keep the hip-hop shit going. But I'm far from that, champion. I'm trying to relate, you know what I'm saying? And it come to a place in the nigga life where he ain't trying to relate no more. I don't got to wear this. I wear suit and ties. I dress real nice. I'm a real handsome brother. Real smooth. And I demand my respect from people who wait tables and think I'm a fucking joke when I'm wearing street clothes to fit in. Press 1. My service is correct. My life is correct. And I demand and I'm taking what's mine. And if I see a flaw in my service, I'm going to make sure I let you know how crazy it's going to get right now if you don't correct yourself. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's how I am. And you're not going to disrespect nobody at this table who come with me. I'm just going to sit back and watch your face frown. You know, I'm going to see what your temperament is like at my table because you're not bringing it to work. You know why? Because I meet bosses. I met they boss already. See, when I go out places, I meet the owners. I got to. Because the next time I come, I want to be treated like I'm the owner's friend. I'm going to ask for him next time I come. That way you know to sit me over there by the river bank. As I need my working my life to feel respected and working on my language and my friendships and my, I ain't graduate shit, so it was it's about you and how you allow God to work through you. Press one. I ain't learned these words and this way of speaking. I was just like you, ready to turn up and get that shit popping, cause I can't speak, and it's frustrating. Fuck all that. Let's get it going. But now I can speak, so you can get it popping by yourself, cause I can speak, and I ain't got the same issues everybody else got. Press one. Back to my man, Mr. Horton.
The U.S. Constitution, and they were not going to sign it. The colonials refused to sign it until these guys, the Fed, accepted.
That's right, the colonials. You know who the colonials is? The leader of the Continental Army, George Washington Gillespie. We not accepting nothing. So, Taj, you want to know why I don't take deals? It's in me blood, mate. I wasn't made to take a deal. I was mean to take it all. That's what I was made for. Take it. Press one. I wasn't made to take a deal. That's why I was asking so many questions. Because I'm in the living will. That's why. And why do I got to take a deal? To help you live? No. Y'all going down with the ship. Courtesy of the Father. Tell them, press one, you going down with the ship. To help you live? You should have just came at me correct. And you would have been alive. You would have made it through. But your hearts is darkened and poisoned with what's not yours. You think you giving me something. No. I said they think I want to go to court and ask for it. No. You're going to hand it over the same way you hand over every other procession on earth. If not, you are, hey, listen, your fate is sealed. Press one, let's just say it like that. So whatever y'all watching on TV that's caught you in a state of peril, believe it. New York is sinking. Italy is sinking. Believe it. Title 42 is here. Believe it. Nuclear war is here. Believe it. Nigga, aliens is here. Nigga, the water finna raise up. Believe that. Volcanoes. For this, trust, you all can go. I say, for this trust, all of you backbiting, shit-talking ass, ungrateful niggas can go. Can go get the shot by Ice Cube and go. But that's where you going. Somewhere else. Not here with your disrespectful self. No, go ahead. I told you don't do it. They laughed at me. Well, Lucifer race it is.
This outline. The reason that 1999 is an event horizon year is because in 1999 was the end of the third and final international bankruptcy for the United States.
It's over. They ran it one more time. When the Pope's letter to Obama. Let me stop. It was the last bankruptcy. Okay?
And we were going to be surrendered back over to Great Britain because we couldn't
You're going back over to the king.
afford to pay the debt to London and the Rothschilds and the 13 banking families.
You're going into
families
debt.
off. But that meant that the U.S. Constitution had come to an end.
Press one. That's a contract. That's what the contract, the Constitution. It's all over. Judgment Day. And you didn't even know it. You didn't even know it. You've been in Judgment Day. For one day with the Lord is that of a time immemorial 1,000-year script. Press one. You have no idea what I know. You have no idea my knowledge, what I can give you. But they're controlling me. They think they're controlling me. Not one of them led me here. You see. But guess where you at? Right here with me.
It's over. It was the end of the third and final international bankruptcy, and the contract between us and Great Britain expired.
Then they incorporated the United States as a company.
As a what? As a company.
They made the President of the United States the chief executive
That's right, of the company. And your religion is part of that company.
officer. And they made
And
the
you serve a dead God.
representatives of Congress managers. And so when people come to Congress, they're taught very quickly that their constituents are not what it's all about. What it's all about is for them to get on the dole of the federal government, which is there to enslave the people who live in the United States.
The black people. You are a slave, sir.
That's what that is.
Then it was
So what
put
does that
on
mean?
you, and they put it on you. Where's my men at? They put it on you. Where's the men?
The U.S. Constitution had come to an end. Well, it was the end of the third and final international bankruptcy for the United States. And with the end of the third and final international bankruptcy, the King of Great Britain had to vacate the position as Postmaster General due to international banking law.
It's already in effect.
And the trustee between us and Great Britain, or the bankruptcy, has always been the President of the United States.
Didn't I tell you he was the trustee and the trustees, and they are in breach of trust? So the president is dead, okay? That's why, what's the name said, I am AI. That's why. I told y'all the president don't run nothing. This is a company.
Well, if there's no more bankruptcy, then there's no more need for a trustee. The agreement with us and Great Britain is over. So, no bankruptcy, no trustee. So in 1999, there should not have been a presidential election held. The U.S. Congress should have been shut down. The Senate should have been shut down. Everybody should have been fired. And we should have held a new constitutional convention and resubstantiated the entire government from the ground up. And they never told the American people about any of it. Now, with the end of the American Revolution, the United States didn't have a strategic metals contract in place, okay? We weren't allowed to print and mint our own coinage. So we had to borrow it from these guys, from the Rothschilds and London City, authorized by the Crown, because the Crown has a strategic metals contract in place, and that's what we've been utilizing. In 1933, with the Great Depression, actually 1929, is when the beginning of the third and final international bankruptcy had started, or the end of the second had come to an end. Because we were borrowing money from these guys over here, we're now in usury with this system, okay? So that is how we're captured in usury with these guys over here.
That's why your dollar bill is a usury note. This is all illegal. This is why they got to go. The whole system is illegal. See all the scribble scrabble? It's illegal.
We're using their money. We're
Damn.
not allowed to make or create
That's right.
our own.
That's right. Even though we own our land. And you're saying we, but you're really a Russian czar. Look at its face. Two decades ago, 100 years ago, he would be in Russia, fighting with Ukraine to invade America. Well, what you consider America. Facts.
And as a matter of fact, we're borrowing it and paying it back with interest.
How do you borrow from your own land where the money never fluctuates? This is the trickery.
In hard natural assets. Okay.
Now, what's
All
the
of this
hard
is-
natural assets? Human bodies. Black people. Black people.
Going somewhere, okay? This is all
Mitchell, if you can't call in and speak, don't even do it.
going back to David Windmiller and Russell J. Gould and what they have done to the planet that everybody needs to be made aware of. But before we get into that, you have to understand what it was they ran headlong into, that they had no idea was going on the planet, okay? That pretty much stopped what they were doing right in its tracks, and vice versa. Okay, so this is where the banking warfare and the warfare against the United States really kicks off. back in 1933, Roosevelt was in office. And a Nazi coup, inspired and led by Gerald McGuire, backed by Prescott Bush, J.P. Morgan, Remington, and Goodyear, were trying to get Roosevelt out of office. And what they did was they tried to elicit the help of General Smedley Butler of the United States Marine Corps in an effort to help them get Roosevelt out of office. They figured that with Butler's influence over the American soldiers, that he could assemble 500,000 men and help them get Roosevelt out.
Let me warn you, and let me warn the nation against the smooth evasion that says, of course we believe these things. We believe in social security. We believe in work for the unemployed.
This is them selling social destruction. So although it may look like he's talking about democracy, he's actually talking about overthrowing your republic by even saying we believe in social security and believe in this social and these numbers and this and that. They were backdating and writing history right here on camera, because all this would have had them hung by the king. They are in complete violation. This isn't a democracy. The banking system is a demonocracy. This is a republic where the king is a servant of the people. The president is a dead man. He has no authorization here. A banking system running laws by God. A dead person can't speak, okay?
That says, of course we believe these things. We believe in social security. We believe in work for the unemployed. We believe in saving homes. Cross our hearts and hope to die. We believe in all these things. But we do not like the way the present administration is doing them. Just turn them over to us. We will do all of them. We will do more of them. We will do them better.
Y'all don't see Hitler in this? If you don't see Adolf Hitler in this, I don't know what you've been smoking.
And most important of all, the doing of them will not cost anybody anything.
Thank God for Smedley Butler. He blew.
What'd I say? The Nazis, bro. The Nazis, bro. Look what he just wrote. Look what he just wrote. The Nazi takeover. Look at this. What have I been saying the whole time? What have I been saying, family? Now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. That's a trip that me and this person, no matter who's right and who's wrong, can both agree and have a foundation on what we know is to be right. You see, what matters to me is the Nazi takeover of my people and put them in a corporate fantasy wonderland Disney can only imagine in his racist mindset and how to sell niggas by way of commerce. You see? You feel me, Crystalline? You feel me? Disney, once again. They cannot stop me. What did I say? The Nazis won the war. It wasn't that my... Hold up. Wasn't that my assumption and analysis? Final answer? The Nazis won the war, and we are living under the occupation inside of a Krebskrieg, and I have to prove this to you, family, and remind you and show you where you went wrong, where you were sacrificed, how Peter took over the church, how you became a POW on this goddamn flag inside of a concentration camp, how the Nazi American Serapis flag overthrew you and you went POWMIA. How? Press 1. How did that happen? I've been sitting up here breaking this down, the man in the high castle, this whole time, and y'all laughing and thinking, oh, I see what you know. You don't know what I mean. Y'all want to take me to time immemorial and make me think about fantasy shit as y'all rob me. But God is good to me. No. Press 1. No, they don't want to know. They want to take me for granted, set me up, pretend to be my friend, take my name, and rob me of my findings on earth. And I ain't graduated not one school. I ain't tried to take not one graduation picture from y'all. I never intruded on y'all prom pictures. I never tried to take a diploma and fit in and pretend it was me and nothing. So don't do that to me when I graduate. Press 1. Don't do that to me when it's my turn to graduate. If you graduated, anything in your life, that's how I feel. But how would you feel if they wouldn't give you your diploma? If they wouldn't give you what's due to you? How would you feel? That's how I feel. I think I was cheated out of my diploma. I was cheated out of life. So don't play with my life. Because I